our last video, we shared our visit to Falanga, one of the most remote islands in Fiji. Our time there was yet another reminder as to why we value the lifestyle we've chosen. We spent a week partaking in local traditions, really getting to know what life is like outside our bubble. But with long distances ahead and much more to see, we took off in the night for our next adventure. What's the 411?
Well, I had my pajamas on. I was ready to go to bed, but then the weather came in and we realized that if we stayed here, tomorrow we would have another day of calm. So we stayed at an island 15 miles from here, did some spearfishing, caught a little grouper, and then we decided we would get up and go just because the winds have changed. So we're off to the Bay of Islands. I can feel the breeze. This is nice. It's gonna be a nice, calm, flat night sail. But if we didn't take advantage of this wind, we could get stuck here for a couple days.
So what's all the activity on the radio about right now?
Well, we're exiting the pass at night, which is not usually the best recommended thing to do. We got our tracks. We're pretty good with technology, so we got a track, and all we do is just backtrack our steps. So if we didn't hit any bobbies before, it's impossible to hit them like after that.
But our friends are following our track, which puts a little bit of pressure on us.
We've heard a lot of swear words behind us, but no thumps, so that's good.
If leaving an unmapped anchorage at night wasn't scary enough, we tested our nerves just once more as we navigated a balmy-filled anchorage after sunset 24 hours later. So we just completed another overnight sail in Fiji, and we're coming in just at sunset. It's pretty hard to see like the depth here. I mean, we've got the depth meter, but it's the water is just like black, and then you've got, you know, these coral heads that kind of popped up out of nowhere. So I was sitting on the bow and keeping a lookout, and the water just all of a sudden went from like 100 feet deep to like 6 feet deep, and our keel definitely grazed the top of the coral. I'm not feeling super good about it. Pretty frustrated actually that it happened again. But I do feel a little bit of comfort knowing that our two other friends just did the same thing. So it's kind of crazy out here. You definitely have to be careful, and it's always better to come in with as much light overhead as possible. So. The next day, we each looked forward to a little decompression from the big scare the night before. As I let off steam the best way I know how, Jose opted for a little California Kava-induced kayak session around the locale.
Going out for a little kayak and seeing all kinds of wildlife in here. It's a big bluefin tuna. Saw a big turtle. See some big birds. This is definitely a very cool, special place. Too bad it's hard to capture all this stuff on film. As you can see, even in the quietest, most remote places, you saw that plastic bag. That kind of sucks. That kind of ruins things a little bit. But yeah, you can hear splashes in the mangroves. There's some big fish in there chasing their prey. I'm gonna keep exploring and see what I find. That's one of the creatures probably causing a commotion. Little black-tip shark. Circling around me. Good thing he's small. This black shadow is all fish. Huh. hundreds and hundreds of fish here. Oh, there's a tuna over there. Wow, the tuna just go right up between the mangroves. Oh, that scared me. Oh, there he is. Whoa, what a beautiful fish. Cargo. Oh, all around you can hear things going on. Smaller fish being eaten by big fish. Check out the cliff we're anchored next to. We're very sheltered here. It's a good spot for hurricanes because you're surrounded by rocks. Check out the fossilized rock. I don't know if it's fossilized, but you see tons of mollusks. I think. So right now I found just like a quiet little corner, so I'm just gonna hang out quietly. And it's amazing when you just sit still and quiet for 5 minutes, you'll start hearing all these creatures out here. It's full and full of life. You start seeing little curious fish just approaching. And a lot of these sharks, they start circling. And I don't know, this is just great. I mean, I could do this for hours. It's really relaxing, it's really fun. I guess I gotta give a special thanks to Oru Kayak for giving us these kayaks. We lost one last night. We didn't tie it down properly. A wave must have hit it off the side of the boat, so that kind of sucks because we can't go out together. But before we met them, we weren't even planning on bringing kayaks on the trip, and I mean, it just opens up the world of possibilities because the boat's around the corner and there's so many things that we would not see without, you know, a little boat. Let's see, here's a big school of fish. And the wind's just kind of drifting me around so I don't have to paddle. Now all I gotta do is wait for something to come and eat them. Just watch. But this is comfortable. Yeah. What? I'm gonna need a flashlight here. Those almost look like steps going down. I can hear tons of tiny little critters in there. Oh no, I don't know if I should be in here. But there's a treasure at the end of that though. Looks like it's gonna jump on me. Wow. Do you see what I see? Looks like some yummy fish. Sun So we split up with our friends on the way here, and Gina really wants to meet up with them. But because we're surrounded by all these rocks, we can't get radio signal. So I brought a handheld.
If you have satellite email, you can send us an email at Jose Castello, Castello.
She doesn't know that I brought the handheld with me. So she's been trying to build up this sign language or Morse code. She says, if you can hear me, click twice. So I've just been clicking away. So just kind of making conversation with her here. But every time she says click twice, I just click like 5 times. So I think it's totally confusing her. That's kind of mean. Morning.
Morning.
How's it going?
Good.
What are you doing?
Just trying to fix the camera and make it all with.
All those files we couldn't open, huh?
Yeah.
Any luck contacting our friends?
Yeah, well, I've been trying to, but I can't hear them.
Well, then you gotta develop like a Morse code or something like that, shouldn't you?
I have been. I've been like clicking and I say like, can you hear me? Like 2 times.
How's that worked out? Do they click 5 times in response?
What did you do?
I brought that.
With or without my Morse code, we finally met up with our friends from Tonga just in time for sunset drinks and a run-in with the locals.
So we didn't do the sebu, and we're about to find out what happens.
Hola! Hola! Hola!
That's a school boat.
Wow. We just came in today, yeah. Hello.
Where is the village?
Oh, today. Okay.
So we should go there tomorrow to find the chief?
We'll come up tomorrow.
Okay.
Just as we learned in Fulanga, when visiting a new village, it's customary to pay your respects to the chief and present him with kava in exchange for permission to explore the land. Some places are more strict than others, and with natural wonders like this to protect, it's not so hard to see why.